I'm Christine O'Shaughnessy. I am happy to be here today. So I'm going to just open up with a little introduction. Just welcome to the Living Well community, your home for interactive and on-demand wellness classes, created and curated for you by Harvard Pilgrim Health Plan and Tufts Health Plan. I'm Christine O'Shaughnessy, and this is our Thursday morning mindfulness practice and discussion group. I am covering for Tara Healy today. Happy to be here. I want to just mention that I popped into the chat box a few links. The first link is our series of Living Well community classes. The second link is to the October 29th discussion, the Art and Science of Awareness series. I will be presenting on that day from 1 to 1:30 p.m. and we'll be discussing my book, which is Mindful Presence in Leadership, Reducing Burnout, Chaos, and Stress. And today's practice is going to be a practice from that book, from my book. So I wanted to invite you to attend, and then there's a direct link to that in the chat as well. So with that, I'm going to begin. Would love to just hear in the chat one word to describe how you're feeling today. Oh, thank you. You don't see the links. Okay, let's see. Aha. Really appreciate that, Susan. Thank you. There we go. Hopefully you can see it now. So if you want to type one word in the chat box, how you're feeling today. Just the practice is about being as we are, without judgment. What are you noticing right now? And I'm inviting you to pay attention to how you're feeling right now so that at the end of the practice, we can connect inward and see if things feel the same or different. Without wanting, craving things to be different, we just notice how our practice can really enforce a different way of being in the world. So we've got grateful, hopeful. I love that. Thank you. So for right now, I'm going to just stop sharing the screen so I can see myself and be present for all of you. So today's practice we're going to be doing is called the Don't Know Mind. And I'm going to just share a little bit from my book on what this practice is. So this practice is, in many traditions, through centuries, has been called different things. So for instance, in a Zen tradition, it's called freedom from views. I refer to it as the Don't Know Mind. And so what this practice does is during our meditation, we notice when the mind starts planning, doubting, questioning, and we silently say, don't know, as a way to interrupt the frenetic thinking, the roller coaster of the mind, and to be able to come back to center. And what this does is it trains the mind to let go of ruminating, of uncertainty, of anything that's disrupting us from being present right now. It requires patience and a willingness to let go of control. But by cultivating this practice, you will generate a greater flexibility in the mind, and it allows more wisdom and compassion to arise. So life can become stressful when we want things to remain the same. What changes from moment to moment cannot provide lasting happiness or security. Aligning with this truth teaches us that safety comes from within. When we rest in not knowing and accept uncertainty and impermanence, the body and mind relax. The heart opens. It becomes easier to be kind, generous, courageous, because we no longer need to protect ourselves or build ourselves up to be something other than our true self, who we really are. So you're welcome to type any questions in the chat box before we begin this practice. And then we're going to begin to just settle in. So getting comfortable in your seat, making any adjustments to the body posture so that it adopts a posture of involvement, but one that is at ease. And you're welcome to stand. I'm standing today. So it's lovely to practice standing as well as sitting. Eyes can be open or closed. If your eyes are open, I'm going to invite you to just have your gaze be downward and soft. Or if you're sitting near a window, you can look out the window. And the bit that I read, LaSalle, that's from my book. It's not a poem. It's Mindful Presence in Leadership, Releasing Chaos, Burnout, and Stress. Thank you, though, that you loved that it was a poem. So hopefully that infuses you with what the practice will be like. So let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths. I'm going to invite you to breathe in through your nose, and then breathe in again. And then exhale through your mouth with a long, slow sigh. Feel your shoulders begin to soften. Breathing in through the nose. Breathe in again for a double inhale. Exhaling with a sigh. And one more time. Double inhale, breathing in deeply. And again. And exhale. Feeling your jaw begin to soften. Feeling your eyes relax. Begin to sense gravity, that natural downward pull of energy in the body. Feeling weighted, rooted. And then begin to connect with your natural breathing rhythm, just feeling the breath coming in and going out. Notice what it feels like inside of you to breathe. And as we begin, I invite you to set an intention for today's practice, a wholesome quality of mind that you would like to cultivate. Wholesome qualities of mind are things like compassion, patience, peace of mind, calm, equanimity. Or I invite you to have your intention be resting in the don't know mind. When we set an intention before we begin our practice, it guides our practice. There is an internal remembering of why we're here and why we're practicing. As you focus on that word, that wholesome quality of mind, notice how you feel in the body. Everything we think, we feel. Every thought produces a certain feeling tone in the body. As you align with your intention, notice how that feels. Maybe you feel a little lighter, tingling, warmth. Now begin to return to feeling centered within yourself. That may be connecting with the breath, feeling the breath in the chest, the abdomen, tip of your nose. It may be connecting with sensations in the palm of your hands, feeling where your feet are connecting to the floor, or staying connected where your lips meet. Something that keeps you in the body. This will be your anchor for the practice today, your meditation object of choice. And then as you breathe in, just silently saying the word arriving. And as you breathe out, releasing or letting go. Breathing in, arriving. Breathing out, releasing, letting go. Each in-breath is a moment to arrive right here. And each out-breath is an opportunity to let go of all the activities of your morning and what it took to arrive here, and releasing anticipation of what's to come in the practice and your day ahead. Arriving fully in this moment, in this body, resting in the breath. And allowing your breath to be at ease. And if you'd like, you can stay with the repetition of those words, arriving in the in-breath, releasing or letting go, or let be on the out-breath. And then when your mind wanders, silently say to yourself, "Don't know," and return to your anchor, your meditation object of choice, breath or body. There may be moments of stillness between thoughts, but then another thought may arrive, and we just make a soft mental note, "Don't know." Come back to the breath or the body. If your mind questions if you're doing this right, "Don't know." Back to the breath and the body. And if you go into planning your day, writing a to-do list in your mind, or remembering something you forgot, just silently say, "Don't know." For right now, I don't need to know how to fix, solve, or do that thing. Come back to the breath. Letting go of knowing and resting in being. Being present with yourself. And if the mind moves into thought about the concept of time, how will I get everything done? How will I meet this deadline? Don't know. For right now, we're letting go of the controlling mind. Don't know, and come back to the breath and the body. And apply this to sensations. You may feel something in the body, an ache, a pressure. Don't know what that is. Come back. Feel your feet. Feel the ease of each breath. If the mind has wandered, simply begin again, arriving on the next in-breath. And maybe you are unaware of where the mind went to. Don't know. Come back to the breath. Noticing if doubt arises, internal judgment, your inner critic, just silently saying don't know to all of that. And come back to the breath. Back to your body. And begin again with kindness, with patience. Not knowing how everything will unfold today. Feeling the freedom in the body, mind, and heart of not knowing, of releasing that gripping, controlling mind and stepping into freedom and ease. Resting back into the breath, into your body. And then beginning to gently come back to feeling your feet, feeling your whole body sitting here. Gently connecting with your legs, feeling your torso and the breath moving in the torso, feeling your arms, moving up into the shoulders, letting them soften, feeling your neck, hollow of your throat, and moving up into your head, feeling your whole head, top of your head, and then opening to sound and gently tracking the sound of the bells all the way to the end. And then when you're ready, gently coming back, moving in whatever way feels supportive for you, maybe stretching your arms up overhead or gently twisting in your chair, inviting your eyes to open. So checking in again, notice, how do you feel? I invite you to type that in the chat box, one word to describe how you feel right now. And notice if that feels the same or different from how you began that practice. So the don't know practice can be done at any moment. So even moment to moment, when you're in the middle of a meeting, when you're in the middle of transitioning between meetings, when you're on the way to go to a sporting event for your child and the mind's questioning, doubting, worrying, thinking, planning, just silently say don't know. To remind the mind to let go, that we don't have to know everything, solve everything, control everything. So it's a mini micro practice, don't know. So I hope that was helpful. Again, the mind, I'm going to share a little bit more from my book. The mind often believes it knows how another person feels, gets stuck in fixed views about self and others, questions how we will get everything done, worries about a medical condition, not getting a raise, fears of being laid off. When thoughts of uncertainty arise, we just softly note, don't know, and then return. So it helps us let go of that overthinking mind. It's a habit nature to think like that. So noticing if that's your habit paradigm, to really adopt this practice of don't know, to start to train the mind to rest, to be free from having to know everything. So I love all these words: relax, lots of relaxed, fresh, calm, grounded, refreshed, fantastic. I'm going to put in the chat box the name of my book, Mindful Presence in Leadership, Releasing Chaos. Burnout comes first, burnout, chaos, and stress. And this is on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles online. And so if you'd like to attend, I put, for those of you that may have arrived late, I put 3 links in here. The middle one, October 29th, I'll be presenting on my book from 1 to 1:30. It'd be wonderful if you buy the book ahead of time so you can really participate, ask questions. I have a workbook coming out at the end of the month that will be a way to really apply the book into being a leader in your life. And we're all leaders. This is about being a rock star mom, leading at home, in your community, volunteering. It's not just about work. We lead in so many ways. Caring for elderly parents, right? How are you leading? How are you leading today? So I'm going to, in closing, just say, if you're enjoying these sessions, please follow the link in the chat to check out our upcoming schedules. And this is this last link, as well as recordings of past classes. So these classes include fitness and strength training, cardio, dance, yoga, tai chi, more mindfulness, and our Wellness Recharge webinar seminars featuring topics ranging from cooking demos to interviews with scientists and thought leaders, to strategies for enhancing well-being through micro habits, and more. These classes are always free and always open to anyone, so you can bring your community while you build your community. And community is such a need, right? We all need community and connection. It's what fuels our soul, fills our heart with joy. So any questions for me, you're welcome to pop that in the chat box. Happy to answer any questions you may have. And one last suggestion too, if you take a Post-it, write the word "don't know" on it. Put it on your computer, put it on your refrigerator at home, put it on your bathroom mirror when you're getting ready, right? In the morning, notice the mind's just lost, right? Can you just be present with getting yourself ready, enjoying your cup of tea? You don't have to know everything every minute. It's one of my favorite practices that, I've been trained in to really embody. So yes, the date of that session is in there. It is October 29th, 1 to 1:30 p.m. And I'm going to post down the link again, just so everyone has that. There you go. So October 29th, that's the date of when I will be talking about my book. Yeah, we don't need to know is an amazing phrase. Yes, isn't it? I love it. I love it. I use this with my daughter. She's 17. She always wants to know everything. What's next? This, that. We don't have to know, honey. How am I going to get into college? Do I? It's like, just be here right now. Just be here right now. All right, our time is up. It is a joy and a pleasure to be here with all of you in community. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you all on October 29th. Thank you. Bye.